What's to do, YouTube? It's Holyone, and these are going to be my top 10 most disappointing games of 2024. Starting at number 10, we have Rayantis. Rayantis is an action JRPG, however, I played it on PC, and it's basically like a budget-like Switch games. The action is very limited in scope. The visuals are subpar, and the story is nothing to write home about. And the game was budgeted at $50. So if you like a quick RPG action game that's very simplistic and easy, then this is definitely a game you can check out. But it's not for me. At number 9, we have the Plucky Squire. So the Plucky Squire visually looks great. I like that you can transition between the book and the real world in the game. However, that's where it ends. The game is extremely short, simplistic, and not challenging whatsoever. And I feel like they focus too heavily on the visual aesthetics than the actual gameplay itself. So in that aspect, Plucky Squire is a bit of a disappointment. At number 8, we have kutsugami, Path of the Goddess. So this game tried to mix two things together. Made by Capcom. Visually, it looks fantastic for the art style. However, they tried to combine tactical gameplay of characters going into combat with action and then 2D side-scrolling, which didn't blend well together. So overall, it was a disappointment on the gameplay side. The story and graphics are fine, so the game isn't that bad. At number 6, we have Dungeons of Hinterberg. This was a Game Pass game that Xbox were hyping up. This game is not that impressive at all. The art style doesn't look that good at all. The gameplay is very minimalistic and convoluted when it comes to basically figuring out where you're going and what you're doing and helping characters around the world. So I can see why it was on Game Pass. At number 5, we have the first Descendant, another game that dropped on Game Pass, and this is basically a generic free-to-play game that they did charge $40 for. The game was buggy and broken at launch, and the gameplay is very busted in certain aspects, and the story is basically garbage. So it's not that great of a game, but there are some aspects that are okay with the game. At number 4, we have Dragon's Dogma. I didn't care for the first one, and the second one I had high hopes for. The game's performance is absolute garbage, and basically exploring the world has become kind of a chore and repetitive over time. It's cool where you could fight the monsters, but overall the game is not what it was hyped up to be like the fans were making it. Number 3, we have Palworld. Now we're talking about Palworld at launch. Palworld at launch was buggy, and I'm not into the whole survival aspect of the game. And the pocket monsters can be kind of dumb at times, so Palworld's on the list. Number 2, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Now, at first I was hyped for this game because Machine Games knows how to make a good first-person shooter. However, the game has confusing layouts, convoluted combat when it comes to punching, tons of bugs and glitches. What it does get right is the aesthetics of the graphics as well as the story, but unfortunately it falls short when it comes to the combat and puzzles. At number 2, we have Stellar Blade. Now, Stellar Blade has janky combat. The parry system is literally broken and does not work all the time. The game can be very uninteresting at times, and yes, it's not just because there's a cool female character. I'll try it again on PC, but Stellar Blade overall was a disappointment. And at number 1, my most disappointing game, of course, is Dragon Age Veilguard. Not for the woke stuff. That, of course, I don't care about. But it comes to what they've done to the game. They've completely gone away from what the combat originally used to be. The story is absolute trash, and the only thing it gets credit for is it does have a decent story, I guess, as well as graphics. But that's about all it has. So this is my top 10 most disappointing games list, guys. Let me know yours in the comments section below. This is your boy, Holyone. Ow!